Your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Chris Hill.
A bit of animosity there in the cage whenever they first got in. These two guys immediately got in one another's face. We will get a touch of the gloves, and we are underway with our first fight here at AKA 19.
Weidner, 25 pounds, two debutants.
Weidner opens with a couple of kicks. Immediately taken down to the ground here by Jordan Mays. Mays with a top position. Mason's corner, asking for him to turn his hips to the cage. Mays looking to continue and advance forward here, maybe try and step over.
He's listening to his corner too, which is very, very, very impressive for someone who's fighting for the first time.
Well, and I think it's so crucial for these amateurs, especially to make sure that they listen to their corner. Some big shots there from Mays as Weidner works his way back to his feet. Well, Weidner doing his part to work his way back to his feet. And both of these guys, their favorite fighter is Sugar Sean O'Malley. So I got a feeling we're going to see some hands thrown in this one.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, we had a slip there.
All of our amateur fights will be scheduled for three-minute rounds. Now being joined here in the booth by the one and only Dynamite. Man, you do such an amazing job bringing this thing in.
Well, how about it, guys? We've got the trifecta of terror here on the call tonight. And what a great way to start things off here at AKA 19. Jordan Mays representing the PBA hard hitters out of the Baton Rouge area. And you've got the hometown guy, the Magic Man, Mr. Weidner in there right now. A great way to start off in this flyweight fracas right here. Two young kids starting to cut their teeth inside the business of mixed martial arts. And what better stage to do it on than AKA American Combat Alliance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Looks like we have a
low blow here.
Low blow, accidental, of course.
Somebody took a visit down to Tijuana early in the night here. So you see Mr. Weidner is going to get a little time to get his rest here, get his wits back about him. Mr. Chris Hill, our referee in charge of the action. You get a full 5 minutes if you need it. Mr. Weidner's a tough young hombre. I don't think he'll need all 5 minutes. They'll shake it off here and get back to the action.
Well, in some ways, maybe it kind of gives each fighter a chance to calm those nerves too. I know it's a stop in the action early on. Obviously doesn't feel very good, but those nerves, the first time you get in the cage, they're certainly there and they're palpable for the fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely. When you're in front of a big capacity crowd like we have here at the beautiful Paragon Casino tonight, definitely raises it up a little bit. And if you're Mason Weidner, hey, I mean, it takes a lot to step inside that cage. You're putting your machismo, you're putting your reputation, everything on the line in front of your friends, your family, your teammates. It's tough to fight in front of the hometown crowd sometimes. Yeah. You get the momentum from the crowd, but at the same time, you're putting a lot on the line.
He's doing a good job there of eluding a couple of punches.
Jordan's still keeping his range here.
Mays doing a good job owning the center of the cage,
yeah.
Forcing Weidner to go around and find that point of attack.
Second time that we've seen a slip here.
Well, and that's something you'll see as these young mixed martial artists progress throughout their career. They'll learn to keep the balance a little better, and you won't see as much of that.
Yeah,
just a little awkward right now, kind of learning the business.
For sure. Beautiful takedown by Mays.
Second takedown of the first round here for Jordan Mays.
Now Jordan really needs to work and find a way to get that right leg over the top of Weidner, get into a full mount position here. Weidner's doing a good job thus far. He's got to keep that calf inside the inner thigh of Mays and not allow him into that mount position.
Inside 30 seconds remaining.
He's still not, everyone's, he doesn't have it locked in. You see, he just told the ref he's good. I mean, if he wants to lock that in, that guillotine, he's going to have to, move to the other side of his body. So right here now at this point, he's just holding on.
Like you said, not doing a whole lot of damage, definitely making Mays uncomfortable, but you got to see things through the eyes or the lens of the judges. He's scoring points, possibly ending the round in the dominant spot.
Yeah, for sure.
Dynamite, what about these two guys when they first got in the cage? They got right in each other's face. I mean, I thought you were in trouble in there. I thought they were going to start throwing down before the bell even
rang. When it comes to rolling with old Dynamite, these boys don't want the smoke. But no, it shows you the intensity of these young men.
Yeah.
They are ready to get in there and show and prove themselves, not only in front of the fans, but in front of their coaches, their teammates, their game tonight. And that's what we look for here at AKA. We're looking for those young, hungry Lions to bring the fights the fans want to see.
Well, let's talk about this first round. A couple of takedowns there for Jordan Mays. It felt like those takedowns may have been enough to win him that opening round.
Yeah.
Definitely, I can agree with you on that one. Takedowns are always very strong, especially when it comes to scoring those points in the judges' eyes.
Yeah, and also ending, when you're actually ending a round on top too, in top control. Matter if he really wasn't in his opponent's guard, so that's something the judges look at too when the actual round stops.
Jordan Mays coming off the stool, ready to go, saying, "Let's go, bring it on."
Now we're going to see what kind of adjustments were made by Weidner in the Global Fitness Center camp during the round break. Say, hey, we've got to stuff some of these takedowns. We can't keep giving up these points. So let's see how Weidner reacts to those takedowns he got suffered in the first round.
He's going to come out, trying to hold the center of the cage again. Oh, nope. Back up here.
And now you see Weidner backing away, not going to give up those takedowns as easy. And I mean, when you got a great coach like Mr. Alan Gray in your corner, so much knowledge in this business, he rubs off very well on these young men and gets them ready every time.
Ronnie from Mays. Different overhand right. Caught one from Weidner instead.
Definitely Mays seems to be the little bit more aggressive fighter for sure.
He's pushing the pace, but Weidner's seeming, he's meeting him right there too. I think.
Now, just being more aggressive doesn't always culminate with a victory, but right now, May is definitely the more aggressive of the two. Now you see two fighters jockeying for position right there. They're going to separate, get reset, and here we go on the feet, meeting in the center of the cage.
Looking for that left again.
Weidner's got to be careful. I've noticed the little time I've been here with you guys, circling to his left a lot. If Mays has the wherewithal to notice that, you can really cut off those angles and land that big shot.
So Mays is going to work for another takedown, and he got it.
Great single leg
lands
that time.
almost in a, almost directly landed to giving him his back there.
That's got to be frustrating when you score the takedown but end up in the less favorable position.
Yeah.
Mays so strong, regaining position here now.
So yeah, Mays rolls it over, top position. You hear Coach Alan Gray calling for that wizard out of Weidner, trying to slow down the progression of Mays. Doesn't want Mays to be able to get up higher on the body of Weidner. Now Weidner's got a possibility. Never mind, he had a possibility. Possibly start moving toward the triangle there, DJ.
He did. He had his legs worked up high there, and Jordan stepped up and got out of that. But let's see here. He's going to work the hip.
Now right now, Weidner needs to do something because, again, like we said, we're thinking maybe Mays got the better of the first round with the takedowns. Weidner doesn't want to spend a lot of time on his back right now with Mays in the dominant position.
Inside 1 minute to go here in round number 2.
Now, if I'm Jordan Mays, I'm going to take that free right hand I've got that I'm not doing much with, and I'm just going to rub that across the cheekbone, the side of the neck, and just make Weidner as uncomfortable as I can.
Yeah, and this being their This being their first fight too, you not see is that those many type of things going down. But as they get more comfortable in these positions, now this is what he wants to do here. He can posture up and land some bombs.
Raining down a little destruction is Mr. Mays there. Bit of an awkward position for both fighters here. Mays pressed with his back against the cage. Weidner on the bottom. Here comes that triangle
right
about,
here,
DJ.
Weidner.
Now that's one good defense to the triangle. Just punch your way out of it.
So right here, he just needs to roll him over. He's got it locked in. Maybe enough here if he can push his arch. I don't know if it's locked in. It doesn't look like he is. No, he needs to. There you go. There we go.
Not enough time left in the round to finish this one off either. It's going to be saved by the bell.
Wow, great job by Weidner. He really got it in deep, just ran out of time.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'll be popping in with you throughout the night to add a little sugar and spice to the commentary team here. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely,
and I'll
Dynamite.
see you next
Yes,
fight.
Appreciate you, brother. So through 2 rounds here.
Both guys have, really good rounds there. Both guys they seem to be pressed, calm down a little bit. They're both breathing hard. You can tell they're tired. And, being your first fight, too, you're definitely going to get that.
Well, we talk about the adrenaline dump, right?
Yeah, it hits you hard after the second round.
Yeah, exactly, especially when it's your first time. You don't understand quite how to control that pace. But I'll tell you what, Jordan Mays, man, he has just looked locked in from the jump.
He's game, for sure. He's game. But Weidner did a good job of, setting up that submission. He spent a lot of time on his back, which you have to be careful when the judges are looking at things like that. If they're, your opponent's on top of you, they may score you, otherwise. But he did a good job to set that triangle up. He could have finished it had he had, maybe 10 or 15 more seconds.
You can see both guys much more tired here as we enter the final round of fight number 1 of the night. Weidner and Mays set for round number 3. In a close contest, Weidner's done a very good job of working from his back so far and looking for submissions.
Weidner looks tired. He's looking for another takedown here.
He's going to get his hips out.
Yeah, he
Go for the takedown. Good job by Mays defending.
He's doing a good job listening to his corner. You do not see that a lot, in a fighter's first fight for an amateur debut.
Mays comfortable with conserving energy currently. He's kind of allowing this position. He's got his wrist locked right there, his hands clasped, so it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
Asking for Mason to clear his head. Mays making that very difficult at the moment.
And that's something you see too, you know, at the amateur level, that, you know, you're not seeing a lot of strikes right now because you're so focused on getting out of position, you know. As you fight more, you realize that you do have these tools that you can use that kind of, well, you know, it's not just a grappling match at this point. You can actually hit each other in the face while you're trying to, you know, transition.
And if you're Jordan Mays, you're completely comfortable with staying in this position.
Yeah,
it feels like you just won the first 2 rounds. You have no problem sitting right here and just you know, riding out this 3rd round.
At this level too, if they stay here too long, the judges probably will stay up. You know, it's just one of these things. So we'll see. Weidner needs to push out, you know, in transition here. He's trying to drag that leg out now.
But you can now see that right arm is also called underneath there. That's been a problem as well.
So Mays has his, okay, well, he gave it up on top in his guard now. But Mays has been effective on top this whole fight. You know, no matter if he's in his guard or mounted or, you know, whatever it may be.
Some ground and pound coming in here from Jordan Mays. Trying to posture up now and drop some bombs. Good job by Weidner to elude the big shots. Now going to a closed guard. Final 30 seconds of round number 3 here. Jordan Mays once again on top.
Yeah, he just needs to stay right here and, you know, drop these hands some more. I think, you know, secure this round if he'll do that. Weidner definitely needs to transition out of here and, you know, get to a better position or set up another triangle. That is an option too.
Well, he's going to have to find a finish here in the final 20 seconds.
He's trying to pull his legs up over his shoulder.
Mason closing guard once again here. Final 10 seconds. Looks like Jordan Mays is going to finish this round on top as well. Some vicious ground and pound to finish it off.
Good first fight.
Good first fight of the night. A couple of debutants out there getting into the cage for the first time. Jordan Mays doing a really good job. He's being the aggressive fighter. That's what you really saw in this one. Jordan was aggressive from start to finish. Got a couple of takedowns in round 1. Had a takedown in round 2. You saw Weidner working for the takedown in round 3, but ultimately we ended up with Mays on top, and then he started landing the ground and pound.
And you know, Mason Weidner, he did a great job too, hanging in there the whole fight. You know, he wasn't just getting pummeled. You know, he was doing a good job of setting up submissions, defending takedowns, things like that. But the end here, we're probably looking at, you know, I'm going to call it Mays.
Yeah, it felt like Jordan Mays' fight right there, just from what we could see. The aggressiveness, the takedowns. The second round can potentially go anywhere. You saw with Mason, you know, going for some submissions in round number 2. Maybe that second round was swayed his way, but it felt like Mays certainly winning rounds 1 and 3. Probably picking up the victory here in his debut, for sure. Good sportsmanship there in the center of the cage between these two guys. It certainly came out ready to go.
Yeah,
They got right in each other's face, and they brought the energy the entire time.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have seen and scored this fight the same way, therefore declaring your winner by unanimous decision. Fight in the blue corner, Jordan Mays.
So there you have it. Jordan Mays gets it done in his debut. And really, the takedowns won in that fight, DJ. It was all about the takedowns.
Yeah, takedowns and controlling his opponent while he had him down too. You know, huge factor in judge scorecard.